Hello and welcome to this analysis. Now, today's video covers AGI Greenpac Limited. AGI Greenpac is a small cap company into the packaging industry. It manufactures glass container bottles, PET bottles, caps, and closures for cans and containers. In the glass packaging industry, container industry, it has a 20% market share in India. It has two glass container manufacturing units in Telangana, three PET bottle units in Uttarakhand, and one caps and closer for cans and containers unit in Telangana. It is its clientels are quite big, prominent names like Pfizer, Dr. Reddy, Dabur, Coca-Cola, Bacardi, Carlsberg, Nestle, Hindustan Unilever, to name a few. It has a market cap of 4,937 crores with a return of equity of 14.7%. Its trailing 12-month PEG ratio is at a minus 6.1 currently, with a Pytrosky score of 8, which is incredibly high. Its 5-year CAGR on net profit is at 83.3, which is again phenomenal. Debtor days have reduced from 61 days to 48 days, while there has been, but at the same time, even though they have a very low debt, there has been a sharp increase in non-core income from the company's side. Promoter holding is at 60.23%. It's the Somani Group company. FIIs hold 7.14%, domestic institutions 1.22%, while the public holds a large 31.39% of the stock. Now let's try to analyze the charts and see what could be possible short to medium to long term outlook for this company. Now, listed in 2009, just after the subprime, it's had a, as you can see, a phenomenal move all the way from that level to 2011, then a pullback again and up. Now, if we look at the pullbacks in the stock, the stock has the tendency to do some retracements out here. This one we can see out here is almost 78%, the first one. After that, there is a deeper retracement, quite a sharp, deep one out here at around 88%. But that is a segment when all small caps and large caps were getting impacted very heavily. And from there, we see a phenomenal rally from the COVID lows. One small pullback took place from April 22 to June 22, and after that, steady rally. A couple of months of sideways from October to March 20, April 23, and then that phenomenal rally. Again, a pullback happening now. If we calculate the pullback of this particular move, which the rally which started in April 23 till October 23, then the pullback is currently at 61% of the entire move from where it's again bounced back. Also, notice that this is the Ichimoku baseline holding onto the stock from where it did a good support bounce. And if we go back to see from COVID lows, that baseline has always held except for this one particular month of June 22 and given us a good bounce. So there lies a very strong monthly support level near 600 to 625 for the stock. Break of that could mean a bit serious dump on the downside, which could probably get it down to these levels out here, which is where the breakout has taken place at 275. So very crucial levels. So from, I would say, give it a tolerance up to 575 to 600. So see out here, let's put in 78% ratio and see, yeah, that's 470, because here it's done a 60% retracement in July 13. April 20, it's a 78% retracement, again a 62% retracement here, Fibonacci. Now, if it fails to hold these levels, then we can be prepared for 475. Bad scenario would be all the way down to this breakout area of April, if it were to do something like that. That's the uh, monthly scenario. Let's go to the weekly. Inside a weekly cloud turmoil zone out here right now, uncertainty, plucking it out. But the support out here lies at 700. If that does not hold, then this fractal out here, or say I would push it a bit down to 525. So again, this level of 700 for the medium term looks something very important, and then this 625, which has got a fractal out here, and then this. So crucial levels to watch out for. The resistance for the chart in the weekly is at 850 and then 975. The Ichimoku cloud is certainly not bullish yet, and inside the cloud on top of that, so some uncertainty can be expected, and one should keep an eye near the 700 level as to how the stock, if there is a dip, how the stock reacts up there. Do we see a bullish candle? Do we see buying? Do we see volumes coming into the stock at that stage? Let's look at the daily. Very sharp bounce, but an equally sharp retracement you can see out here of taking place. Again, let's calculate the kind of retracement it has done in the daily. That's a steep 78% retracement taking place out here, and at an Ichimoku bullish cloud, trying to cling on to it, not yet giving us a bounce back. So this support of 740 in the short term is extremely crucial. Not held, then we are looking at 700 again, which is the weekly major support level. Then the 625. So these in the mid short term, I would be keeping a very close eye on 700, and then a medium term 625 for the stock to hold on to. At least 700 becomes very important for me. Holding 700 on a daily basis is something I would be looking at very regularly. A maximum 1 week 700 is what I'll be looking at. Now let's have a look at the resistance for the stocks. The immediate resistance is around 835, so 850. Stock needs to take out this level and start staining above it, then only we would be likely seeing some new institutional interest, smart money trying to push its way into the stock. Or if there is a panic drop in the market, it comes down to 700, would be a level where I would be looking at it to pick up, and then again of course would wait for some bullish candle. So the idea to, if one were to accumulate the stock, would be on the upside till 800 and, or say 915 on the upside, where there is a another fractal formation, and you can see out here that each time this level has got rejected. 8 Jan 24 rejection, 5th March 24 rejection, 10th April rejection, then just one candle above it rejected. So if it takes out this level of 915, 9915, gets stronger. So a wider zone of accumulation, if you are bullish in the stock or you like the industry, and if the fundamentals and all seem to be pretty strong, then one should look at accumulation between 700 to 900 on the upside, and below 700 be prepared for a retest of 625 to not worst scenario, likelihood, if that does not hold, 475 on the downside. So a lengthier period, if you are planning to add uh, the stock from a long term point of view, then keep yourself prepared that the stock could even go down to 475, 600. Do a monthly accumulation. Don't try to get too aggressive at one go. On the downside, yes, more aggression would be towards 600 then 475. Otherwise, in the middle, you can do a fixed value per monthly, quarterly, or the way you desire to pick up the stock, like that. On the upside, above 900, solid momentum possibility. So keep your range of accumulation in that zone for that. So what would be my upside uh, possibilities if this stock is to turn around, say from this area? It would be something like 1175 and all the way up to 1525 on the upside. Those are the minimum expected levels. 1175, 1525 can of course do a lot more. uh, we're keeping the performance of the stock also. Like I said, why I'm saying on the downside, to be prepared, because from the COVID lows we haven't seen any This is the first significant correction we are seeing the stock from its high of 1075 to 600. That's a steep correction, right? 62%. Otherwise, the stock did not do any corrections much at all. So levels held, you one should look at it in that manner, when when to be aggressive, when to take it over a be prepared for a longer duration otherwise in the stock. Now, the disclaimer: this is not at all a trading advice or investing advice to you. This video is purely based on the studies of Ichimoku and Fibonacci retracements and extensions. Kindly do your study thoroughly before taking a decision whether to buy or not this stock. Always manage your risk and always respect the levels of supports and resistance. Until then, happy investing, and of course, don't forget to like this video, share it with people you know are interested in the stock or investing, and do follow me for regular updates. Until then, happy investing.